surprising amount of damage in the late game, but when you are running like dive comps, the thing you always have to be mindful of is how quickly can you assassinate a target. And when there is a Lissandra, there's an Olaf, and the Sonataric is there, it can be challenging. But I feel like when you look at this draft, OG is saying, let's kill the Sona as fast as humanly possible, and then we'll clean up the rest later.
It's the fact that you have multiple win conditions. You know, if Origen do get ahead, they can look for that assassination potential, trying to make the poke on Sona, or if they do fall behind, they say, we're not going to play into the 5v5, let's just split up and try to eat this map up. Whereas on the other side from G2, this is a very scary composition. Not only its skirmish potential with Olaf, Aurelia, and then the zone control of Lissandra, but when they are bundled up as that death ball, they are almost impossible to kill.
I think this is going to be a pretty explosive game. I think we're seeing a lot of adaptation.
EULCS is coming out. Now the Undertow's available. Duet will not find a stun. That's at least a devastating charge. Continue to push forward. Wonder forced to dash to safety. The Ignites, or the burn is not going to be enough just yet. G2 first blood. The first blood king does it in the final.
Patrick has started to build up big. Ooh, gank.
Oh, good damage onto Caps. This is OG on the board. Caps just caught out of position, it looks like. Let's see, wonder how, and I wonder why he pushed forward onto Alfari. Now Nuke's gonna flash in.
Flash.
Stands in the side, and that's just easily done here for Origen. 2 kills to 1, and they turn the gold favor in there.
Level 6, EULCS is coming around the corner.
Oh, EULCS may actually be close enough to contest. Patrick is split off from the rest of the team. He's gonna get stunned up. Patrick's in trouble down bottom. Heroes Enders comes down, but that's one more for G2. Patrick's able to escape for now. The cleanse, as well as the chain of corruption, buys just enough time. But the dragon is thwarted, and G2 get the kill. Just 2-0 up. There's a lot of pressure up in the top lane. Alfari! Oh, he gets taken out by Wonder. There's a reply kill from Cole, but
Must fight us.
Quick shot, you need to be ready because that fight's about to kick off.
All right, here comes Caps. He's jumped into the fight. Will be able to self-cast and survive a few seconds longer. The Onslaught of Shadows goes forward. There's the engage. The Vanguard's Edge goes down, and Hourglass will buy some more time. The first kill. Wonder onto Cole. Now Origen are running for their lives. Mickey gets Mithy. It's not done yet. The Dazzle finds a stun. Patrick's in trouble, but not dead just yet. Nuke's trying to turn this one back around. 3 on 4. A Gallop, a Trot, a Slot. Alfari gets at least one back. Now the Realm Warp will pick out some low health targets. Patrick jumps onto Perks. Perks is low on mana. That Song of Celerity will not get you away. Nuke prisons the rune of Mickey and turns it around. It ends up being a fight for Origen. Many attempts. Right, Mountain Drake looks to be the way of Origen. Rift Herald the way of G2.
And it's an objective trade, so if G2 can actually burn this Herald in time before Origen are able to interrupt them, it's kind of them saying, okay, if we take this mountain, if we take the bot tower, we know that they're going to have Herald, but ultimately this unlocks so much Baron potential for us on this composition, especially when we have a Blade of the Rune King Spect Ferris.
And Frost, the game is kind of going somewhat as we expected. We kind of looked at G2 to play around topside, and they can just use Varus to just wave clear in mid. But with the Herald now coming out, OG being forced to group.
All right, I feel like fight needs to get yelled. Cold is going to get zoned away by Caps and EULCS. Actually, Cold's going to be in trouble. Shroud of Darkness will buy some time. Looking at the minimap,
same thing. This is something that they showcased during the regular season, having multiple members show up in a single lane.
Oh, this time around, there's no flash, but a very good stun, as well as a dash. Vanguard's Edge will buy some time, but Wonder trying to escape with his life. Mithy's going to join the fray and the fight, and Wonder will lose his life. Caps is now on the wrong side of 3 members of OG. The root will catch out Alfari. Alfari's going to get caught out. This will be a 1-for-1 trade, and the kill is secured by the Captain Perks.
Ends up being a 1-for-1 overall, but now Origen can look to
But G2, they set up the play. They get the spells, and now they're going to get the tower.
Great pick on the side of G2. No, it doesn't really game given room for G2 to actually find a couple of picks has made it harder. And every time G2 make a play, I feel like that right now they're not leveraging.
Oh, there's the flash crescendo. A flashless Patrick gets chunked down.
That was available, and Cold is alive. Has the Paranoia and Flash available. Everything to try and steal this one away.
Yeah, and the Realm Warp was just used from Nuke. He's trying to clear out the mid lane and then can walk over. So they say this is going to take a long time for them to do.
And it is getting very low. Nuke is sticking on the tower. He hasn't peeled away yet. That's a dash over the wall from Wonder. Wonder jumps onto Alfari. Cold is sitting behind the pit. Alfari runs for his life. That's the Onslaught of Shadows used. I'm waiting to see if Cold goes in. Mithy's in trouble. Mithy's dead. He's killed by Wonder. The Baron's inside the pit. Cold, can he steal it? No, he cannot. G2 get Baron. Cold gold goes down. Nuke continues to push in the mid lane, but it's G2 Esports in control.
And we talked about the survivability that G2 have with this composition. Wonder was able to go over 1v3. Caps has now teleported in to try and cut Nuke off.
All right, let's see what happens here. Nuke turns that around. Bramble back in the use for some defense as Wonder will join the fray. Nuke is going to be in a lot of trouble. It is just a matter of time before he gets run down. G2 take control.
And it's the confidence of G2
to turn this into a Baron, and now they're setting up a siege onto Origen's base.
Both times Patrick was caught out by Perks, the captain of G2. The role swap AD carry that's playing Sona still counts. He manages to find the crescendos. The inhibitor is
looking for the flank.
All right, Patrick has got his flash and his cleanse available. Here comes Alfari. That's at least one level of engage. Cosmic Radiance, remember, still on cooldown, but Alfari's so low. 1-2 quick kills for G2. The re-engage from Wonder. He is just destroying Origen. And G2 ace Origen.
Beautiful fight from the side of G2. 5-0. Game 1 is going to be locked down from the side of G2.
And I don't know what you're supposed to do. I love the fact that the Sona Taric was paired with such high damage like Wonder's Aurelia and Jankos' Olaf. They took over this game.
This game came down to one Baron call, but it was the wrong one for Origen. G2 go up 1-0 in the finals. Thrown last year by Fnatic, and they picked up Caps coming into 2019. It was a reign of dominance for G2 that started here in the Ahoy Arena in Rotterdam, and G2 are going Morgana, Pyke, and a funnel comp. Okay, now, let's step back. It's been a long time since we have seen funnel comp.
No, here's the thing. Everyone, when Perks first made his rotation over to the ADC, everyone's like, funnel. That's not the same thing as actually being a true marksman. He can't just get away with this. There were so many doubters there. But this team is so practiced at a funnel composition, not just from Perks now on the Xayah, but think of how many times Jankos had to play secondary support.
I'll have you know that
Jankos the Rex side, but he doesn't get to just power farm.
All right, there's an early flash from Perks already, but look at the turnaround damage. Mickey's going low, defensive flash. Mickey survives. First blood picked up by Perks.
And Origen, they tried to go for the early game.
Already disgusting. This should just be an easy setup. There's the dash, the knockup, the ghost water dive. And you wonder where Alfari's gone. G2, they pull off another surprise.
Well, Griffin did try in their final, but it didn't work out. Now we see a very quick kill onto Mickey. And remember, something that Frost was just on.
We're looking at Origen's comp with the Kennen as well as a Yasuo. And speaking of Kennen,
oh, there we go. Cold. Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted to see Cold. Oh, here comes Caps. Waiting to see the CC. Alfari, remember, has used absolutely everything. Does get taken out. And of course, the
G2 are getting so many advantages elsewhere.
It's really an investment if G2 just left the lane. I guess it counts as a donation, I
guess that's a better descriptor, yeah.
Well, look, Origen, because
we are setting up for a potential dive.
Oh no, Mithy and Patrick, they need to use the Cosmic Radiance flawlessly. That's going to be the timing just in time. Yes. All right, Mithy got the flash. Crescendo by some time, but instantly killed. Jankos gets his first of the game. 1-0-0 on that Morgana. More plates falling in favor of G2. It's a 1,000 gold lead, and OG just had no response.
Ooh, looks like Caps is going in.
Oh, the flash ghost water dive. Look at that damage. Mickey almost goes out, but simply not enough. Cold unable to chase, but is there a reply? Alfari's chasing. He's got no flash available. Slicing Maelstrom's a second or two away. I think that's on cooldown. Not able to chase. And Alfari decides not or cannot get in.
And it looks like Origen are just being run around.
For a second, because here comes Caps.
All right, here he comes. Bone Skewer out, Bone Skewer in. Alfari's in trouble. Soul Shackles will do sometimes. Slicing Maelstrom will do a little, and Caps gets the dunk. Now on the back end, Perks, he manages to pick up his 200th kill in playoffs. Now Origen are running for their lives. Perks isn't done yet. Looking to re-engage. Dark Binding won't find a target as Patrick and Mithy are running. The Crescendo did a lot of work. Cosmic Radiance may not be used just yet, and it's not available. Not gonna work out, and Patrick and Mithy are now in trouble. Mithy caught, stunned up. I'm waiting to see if Caps can find the Bone Skewer. Lure in prison, just missing, just going wide. Wonder takes a little bit of damage from Patrick, throwing out the overloads onto the overloads! Wonder finds yet another kill. It's a 5,000 gold lead.
And G2 are just snowballing this game.
Path by going for the GLP. You know, it's kind of that new Morgana. It's not about flashing forward and using the ultimate and the hourglass. It's about kind of kiting back, letting them try to kite into you and then slowing them down with the hose. And when you have the kite back of everyone with double mobility boots.
Oh, Wonder almost picks up a kill here in a 1v3. Crossgrown in such a difficult situation. All right, there comes the unburrow from Cole.
Got him.
Manages to at least get one. That was a 4-on-1. Now Nukeduck is in trouble. He will get taken out by Perks. The feathers out, the feathers back, and they pick up one. Now Caps looking for the bone skewer. Going to use the dive to escape. The re-engage. Mickey goes down with the quickness. Slicing Maelstrom, simply not enough. Alfari is dead, and it is a top lane schooling as Wonder has way more impact than Alfari.
And Origen are trying to get down and dirty with G2. They're trying to step 2, meet them in these skirmishes, but they are just getting outclassed right now.
I barely have enough time to breathe. Imagine what Origen have to be doing on this stage. Coming up against this type of funnel composition. Now there's a lot of damage under Caps. The crescendo comes down from Patrick, but there's no follow-up. There's nothing more to do. G2 get yet another 5-0-5. Perks is on a rampage, and he is destroying Origen. 6,000 gold up at 15 minutes, Verius.
I think the only person who's truly donezo for Origen right now is Alfari. Playing a side lane is just a pipe dream at this point for the Kennen. He's like, please give me hot.
I mean, he's going to, and there's not a lot of tools. Like falls in the mid. The tower falls in the bot. Perks, Wonder, and Yankos significantly
To do that before the Baron spawn, so they've had like a 3-minute window to safely grab farm. Now that the Baron is there, you see G2 just immediately run to it and say, okay, we're ready, boys. Come and fight us.
Here we go. Well, OG are going to answer with the fight. This is the last-ditch effort that they have in order to keep this game alive.
All right, 20 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Origen looking to engage. I believe that might be the quickest. We're going to confirm with stats. Look at the re-engage. Cosmic Red survives sometimes. Slicing Monstrum does so much damage. Imagine if Origen were not 8,000 gold down. They've got themselves a 1-for-1. Here's the re-engage. Mithy gets chunked out. The knock-up and the dash away from Mickey. Now Wonder's looking to run down the rest of the team. Mithy gets blocked. The shield from Wonder. The dive from Caps. And now Cole is the last member standing. G2 Esports get Baron and 3 kills. And again, I just think to myself, what if the early game had not gone the way that it did?
And that was so important why they needed to get Wonder ahead of Alfari. They needed that secondary damage dealer when they have a team composition of triple support alongside Xayah. Like you said, imagine if Origen weren't 8K down there for that fight.
Wow, not going to be the case. Cold almost kills Mickey. He takes G2 Esports on a wild goose chase. Caps 5-0-6. Gets the kill secure, extends that gold lead even further. Now looking to join in.
But also think about the statement that this makes to the rest of the world as well. G2, they want to go to the international events. They want to compete around the world, and they're saying, we're ready to bring out everything in this final to secure it.
I love that thought. What a statement. Hey, we're willing to play funnel comp if it makes sense.
Your jungle, you need to clear out these wards and again get to these farm lanes and try to turtle, but getting caught here, that would be devastating.
Oh, here comes Wonder. Round Warp will come in and Cole does go down. Former teammates killing one another.
Okay, I tried to find the silver lining, throw it out. You can't get away from these guys, they're too fast.
That's it, G2's glass is full, Origen's is empty. There is no silver lining here. G2 Esports.
They're just gonna dive them.
They are going to dive. Cosmic Radiance is thrown down by Mithy. There's some sort of engage, but look how Alfari just gets Rune Prison in place. He simply cannot get past. The quickness used by Mickey in the dash in, the dash out. Now that's good damage from Nukeduck, but again, there's simply too much to fight through. There's the knock-up, knock-down, and it is simply too easy for G2 Esports. Now Patrick will be the last man standing before he gets aced by G2. And I have a quick stat for you. When G2 Esports ran Funnel Comps in summer of 2018, they went undefeated 5-0. In the finals of spring, they are looking to continue that streak 6-0. At 24.5 minutes, G2 Esports funnel their way to victory.
What a convincing victory from G2 as they look to lead the series 2-0. Beautiful stuff from this G2 Esports squad.
The smile on Yangos's face. Out that AD. Frostwall. Verdius, what do you make of the 5v5s?
So I really want to talk about G2's comp, and less about the 5v5 and more about their ability to split the map up. Notice how they're running the Tom Kench. What we're likely going to see is Caps in one lane, Wonder in the other, and Mickey just bringing perks to these side lanes to look for picks, look for plays. Nico doesn't have a lot of mobility in the lane, and outside of level 6, she is very squishy. And as you can see,
hello, Origen! Welcome back to Rotterdam!
just as we talk about the 2v2, the all-in power of this Draven Galio is monstrous. They catch Mickey and Perks off guard, and they find themselves first blood, but Mythic...
Oh, what was that? Getting caught out by that root that you just talked about. Vision toggle, observers. Cold will be looking to make the first move here on Wonder. Wonder's still got flash available. Teleport already being channeled. The knockup from the Unburrow will not find a target. Here comes Cap to the skies, puts the hammer down. Alfari gets a chilling smite from Yankos. Cold, shock blasted in the bottom. He's trying to escape now. That's a flash forward from Cap. 1-2 kills to G2.
And it's the confidence of G2 to recognize when they can split
Every
apart.
time they touch the enemy team, it seems like they always get converted into gold, as Wonder now looking for a play onto Alfari.
All right, Wonder's going to be able to sidestep out. Yankos and Alfari going to look for the double tap, and Wonder just so beautifully done.
That was really unfortunate for Alfari. He wanted to try and get the flash into Q. Good job of controlling the river, but I don't know if it's enough as we see an all-in in the
All
bottom.
right, there we go. Pop Blossom was used. Mickey is very low. Mithy throws up the Winds of War. Now the spinning axes are there. Take a look at the mid lane. Yankos goes down. Finally, OG get another one back. But Caps has got the red buff, and he's got a lot of damage to play with. Not going to be a follow-up chase from Nukeduck, who just has those long swords and the Amp Tome. With the pressure, with the Draven Galio down by Patrick, he's now looking for the kill. That's a flash forward. Two-man taunt. Justice punch to the face. Mithy kills Mickey. Perks runs for his life. He manages to get one. A spinning action just about do the kill. Step forward. That's one. Not enough. Look at the Bomb Blossom. The roots. Not going to be the kill. Patrick has got the Vamp.
You got to run, Patrick.
He's staying alive for now. No flash available. Going to just get the clone. Caps, shock blast, not going to be enough. And it's Perks that's on the killing spree.
That fancy footwork.
Around him. He simply hasn't had an opportunity to get involved until now. Mickey goes in with the Abyssal Voyage. Patrick is already chunked down very low. Whirling Death will fly out and come back, and way too late. Now Nukeduck jumping in the back. Pop Blossom from Perks. AP Nico does so much damage. Nukeduck unable to kill Mickey, but Cold goes down. Caps puts the hammer down. Cataclysm from Yankos picks up another. Perks picks up a third. G2 Esports are destroying Origen.
And it's dividing.
Yeah, they certainly will. A lot of members. Ooh. A lot of members on the side of G2 yet to win their first title. But how can you say they don't deserve it with the performances that every G2 player has demonstrated today?
Yeah, I mean, Nukeduck is now going to get caught up by two members. He's trying to look for Caps, but I don't even think he's going to be able to find him. Still has to get through a Hex Drinker. Wonder is going to run him down.
There's more action in the bot lane.
It's already over, Verdius. Ladies and gentlemen, fans of G2 in the Ahoy Arena, are you not entertained? There was huge cheers for G2 Esports earlier today. You can see why. When they first won a title in 2016, they were the new kids on the block. They were the newcomers to Europe. They won 4 in a row, and in what's looking like their fifth.
Greatest European roster that Europe has ever produced. And G2 have looked so dominant in this final. Every game has looked so one-sided, and G2 have done it differently in every single game.
G2 have looked so dominant this year, Verdius, and it has not stopped. Wonder will get caught up by Alfari, but I don't even know if he's got enough to kill him. Wonder's able to escape with his life, and the World Ender will end Origen's world, as it is Mickey that picks up the 15th kill before 15 minutes. G2 Esports, Origen have family. Look at what you're doing to them. And it was a difficult series for Origen coming in that position, but they have been the #1 team all split. Nico, Perks takes a down Patrick. Mithy forced a flash defensively.
Dominant they've been, but you've got to look for a first split for this Origen squad. They have had a very impressive split so far, and while for sure, this game by no means is over yet. On paper, expectations are that they should not be able to come back from such a massive deficit, so they could not compete against G2. they now have a benchmark to work towards.
I mean, to be fair, no one could contest G2. Basically, they took a vacation in the back half of their summer split to prepare for this moment.
1, 2, 3, goodbye! That's going to be a taunt out from Mithy, but G2 Esports inside the base. Can they finish this before 20 minutes? Pop Blossom goes down. Perks and the rest of G2, they may be looking to set the fastest win of European Finals history. They're pushing onto the Nexus turrets. It's 17 minutes into the game. They've got a Rift Herald to help out. G2 Esports, they're going to find one Nexus turret. The Shelly is going to go down. G2 back away. Minion Wave starts to conga line its way in. 17-minute Rift Herald Nexus siege.
Answer as G2 are obliterating them. Nuketook now looking for at least something back.
All right, a little bit of a numbers advantage here, but G2 are able to escape for now. Nuketook dashes forward. Void Rush from Cold comes out. Devour buys some time. But look at the damage out. Mithy jumps in with the ultimate, still chasing. Origen behind, 10,000 gold. Shock Blast almost kills Cold.
And you can smell the desperation from Origen. They recognize that this is the one window that they have to attack G2 before they all go back and spend all of that gold, all of those towers that they've taken down.
Ladies and gentlemen in Twitch chat, press F to pay respects because OG's funeral is coming up. Alfari gets one,
for it.
He has the base. The team, before 20 minutes, is looking for it. G2 Esports are looking at the Nexus. Origen, they're trying to fight back, but they cannot do it. Origen are crumbling to G2. Europe kneels to its champion, G2 Esports. The world awaits G2. 18 minutes, 31 seconds. I am confirming just how much of a record that is. But this is the most dominant team Europe has ever produced. In the 7 years that Europe has had a professional league, no team has ever won a game quicker than this, let alone the series-winning game in front of thousands of fans in Rotterdam.
This G2 looks absolutely terrifying. They had an insanely dominant regular season. They tapered off towards the end, but they shaped off coming into playoffs. Mickey with his wrist injuries, bringing in a sub, they overcame it all. They did not drop a game in playoffs. They demolished Origen, and they sent a message to the world that they are coming, and they are ready to challenge the best.
This split was about setting different expectations, the rebrand, the LEC from the EULCS, and now what is left is to see if this European squad can make the world kneel in the same way that Europe has.
Ocelot and G2 Esports made the biggest roster move of the offseason, securing caps. It has paid off leaps and bounds. Let's turn our attention to commiserations. Origen on screen right now. You have to feel for them, but this was a stylistic mismatch. This weekend was defined by rock, paper, scissors. Yesterday, scissors beat paper. OG beating Fnatic. Today, rock smashed scissors. And G2 take them down 3-0.
And like you said, Origen do need to feel good about this split. They didn't expect to find themselves in the finals. This is a brand new squad assembled here today. They were consistent, second place to get them 2 chances through our playoff bracket. The fact that they made it to the finals, they didn't manage to find a game.
Is this the beginning of another dynasty? How long will the reign last?
That's a good question.
Fnatic have won 7 of 13 titles. G2 have won 5 of 13. And it's going to be so difficult to see how you catch up to this team. G2 Esports thanking all of the fans that have come out here to Rotterdam as they head to their prize. And as they do, there is more happening in the Ahoy Arena as Law will speak with Caps, Yankos, and Grabs in just a minute. After that, Perks, Mickey, Wonder, and Ocelot will join Shocks on stage. Before that, it is the climb to the prize. It is the steps to the trophy. It is the celebration of the first LEC victors.
Europe, embrace your villains because they are villains no more. This is your LEC champion and they will represent you on the biggest stage.
And I believe they will impress. This roster can go so far. Yankos, Wonder, Mickey, for the first time, joining Perks, Caps, Europe. G2 Esports are your champions! Seeing Yankos, Wonder lift that trophy, it gives me shivers.
And for Yankos especially, the man has been trying for so many years. He has so many dedicated fans here in Europe, and so many just wanted to see him finally lift the trophy, and today is that day. Yankos' trophy case will finally contain one, and what a trophy to contain as well.
And he was not carried to this moment. Yankos had one of the best performances of his career this split, and showcasing just the depth and versatility of what he is able to do as a jungler, playing Morgana today.
Huge credit to the support staff and coaching staff behind G2. Imagine being in their ready room. Imagine hearing those players go, we're gonna funnel Pike on final stage.
Imagine saying, can you do better than 25 minutes? And G2 is saying, yeah, I'll give you 18.
And now Ocelot building this roster, taking the gamble. He celebrates this moment in the glory as well. You know, and that's what it was. This roster was a risk. When we saw it at the beginning of the split, one of the biggest questions was, could Perks compete with the best in that position? Could this roster, this mishmash of talent, really compete? And they just proved to the world that not only can they compete, they can dominate.
This roster is a celebration of League of Legends. They play the game the way my solo queue feels. It is with passion. It is with celebration. Ahoy Rotterdam! It is G2 Esports!